Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological look at the week ahead, the week starting Monday the 19th of August 2019. This week we are starting to see the shift of planets out of Leo into Virgo. It starts on Wednesday when Venus moves out of Leo into Virgo, and on Friday we see the Sun moving as well from Leo into Virgo. Interestingly, when the Sun gets into Virgo, it still has a very sort of Leo flavour to it, because the Sun in Virgo is Mercury ruled and Mercury is in Leo. So there is a mutual reception from Friday with the Sun and Mercury. So this kind of extends that Leo feel, but at the same time there's a new season coming in here. We had late summer coming into autumn, the time of harvest, the time of Virgo, the time when we are separating the wheat from the chaff, when we are looking to see what we can use, what has practical value to us, what we need, what we require, what nourishes us, and what we can discard. So there's very much that element of discernment with Virgo. Venus in Virgo, of course, it's a completely different kind of energy than Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo is demonstrative, is quite showy. Quite often, Venus in Leo likes expensive things, likes to show, themselves in a very this is who I am. They're quite, they can be quite Leonian in a way. And Venus in Leo, it's about, the things that we cherish and love. And Venus in Leo likes nice things. They're quite showy in many ways. Venus in Virgo, on the other hand, is much less so. Venus in Virgo expresses love in a much more practical, much more caring way. Venus in Virgo, it's the sign, of course, where Venus traditionally is in fall here. So there's a lot of Virgo is very often focused on the things that can be improved. So they kind of, have to be careful they don't lose sight of all the things that are going well and all the things that are good. Because what Virgo tends to do is see those few things that need improvement. And in a relationship, that can wear the other person down if the focus is on the things that are in need of improvement and not on the things that are actually going really well. So Venus in Virgo, as I say, it's a kind of expresses love in a much more devoted sort of way. They're kind of very, they will help you along. They're very kind. Whereas Venus in Leo is kind of more demanding. So we get this shift. We get this shift now of planets into Virgo. And of course, what have we got already in mutable signs? We have Jupiter in Sagittarius and we have Neptune in Pisces. So these two planets are coming into their final square in the next weeks, and suddenly we get this new mutable element coming in. These planets that are going to be building up soon because Mars is already in there, Mercury's going to be in there. We'll soon have 4 planets in Virgo. So we are creating here a T-square with Jupiter as the focal planet. So the focus is very much on figuring out what direction we want to be taking. Where do we want to go now? What's our next step? Look at the house in your chart where Jupiter is falling. That's a big house now as these planets come into Virgo. Because, it's very much as well. At the same time, we've got that Jupiter-Neptune square. We've also got a Saturn-Neptune sextile. So this Virgo thing of sort of, the wheat from the chaff is very beneficial to us, I think, right now, because Saturn-Neptune is about Earth and our dreams. And this Virgo element is about sifting through and really finding those things that are useful. That's typically sort of Virgo word. Is it useful? Can we use it? Can we get some benefit from it? So there's a very earthy thing coming in now, very much so, in fact, because we know Virgo planets will be trining Saturn, Pluto in Capricorn. So we're coming into a very kind of the realism thing is coming through. There's very much this thing of, yes, but we can, have all these dreams, but what can we really get out of this? What can we make real? What can we make happen? So it's a really interesting phase of the year we're coming into as these planets move into Virgo and start to create this T-square to Jupiter opposition to Neptune. So Jupiter very much the focal planet, and then after that we'll get the Virgo planets will be trining Saturn, Pluto, which is very much about the new standard, the new base. So yeah, it's a kind of very much wheat from chaff time. What is really working? What can we actually kind of comfortably aim towards? Because Sagittarius, you know, the arrow is flying out there. You know, the Sagittarius, you know, the centaur is shooting the arrow off somewhere, and we have to get behind that. And the house where Jupiter is now is the area that's really, you know, coming into focus, very much so. Wednesday we have Mercury trine Jupiter, which is very much, again, is very good for because fire is very much about inspiration. It's very much about vision. It's very good at actually energizing us, you know, moving, getting us kind of warm, making us sort of feel passionate about something. So that's Mercury trine Jupiter on Wednesday. That's a good day. And we've also, at the same time, we've got Moon in Taurus, which is very solid, again, very earthy, very grounded, conjunct Uranus. So there is that element as well. We feel, you know, the summer's over, we're getting back into the, you know, the normal day to day, in a way, down to work. But, you know, Moon Uranus is very much about still the freedom to for emotions, a freedom of, you know, how we feel about things, creating space. Uranus is a great space maker. And this suits very much the energy, I think, of the week. I like that midweek sort of Moon in Taurus because it's very grounding as well. Mercury has quite a few inconjuncts this week. Inconjunct Saturn on Wednesday, inconjunct Neptune on Friday is the focal planet in a yod. So to work Mercury now, to have least problems for Mercury, that Saturn-Neptune base, the sextile of the base, we have to really make an effort to think about what again, I repeat, what is our vision? What is our plan? Where do we want to go? What do we want to study? Where do we want to put our energy? You know, energy is, in a way, with Jupiter in Sag, you can feel boundless. But there's also that realization that really to get productive results, we have to make choices, which is very much about Virgo, discerning choices, and, you know, make a stake, lay a stake in the ground somewhere and build around something. We come into Friday, Sun enters Virgo, so the slow, as I said, the slow build up now of Virgo planets. Venus conjunct Mars on Saturday in Virgo. Mars is, of course, always about passion, our ability to fight for things, our ability to be assertive, our ability to fight our corner. And because these are Mercury ruled, both Venus and Mars, Leo, Mercury and Leo, you know, we might be, you know, we might have some challenges. We've got Mercury in this yod this week, but where we are passionate about, we should not be afraid with Venus conjunct Mars to speak our mind, to be outspoken, to stand our corner, to fight our corner, regardless. So this is a kind of a week, as I say, we are definitely coming into a critical point in the year. You know, if we know anything from build-ups of planets in the mutable signs, we know that the energy, certainly in the collective, can become very unstable. Things become very dynamic. It's like, you know, the cards being thrown up in the air, and we have to wait to see how they land. So there is that element as well. And this is where astrology can help us. We know that this is a time where, you know, we can, a lot of things can come our way. We can be confronted with lots of things, but we can also be aware that focusing on our Jupiter, on where that planet is falling, on our longer term vision for ourselves, our families, for our own future, that if we can try to make that real, if we can focus on that, the cards are going to settle in a way that are going to be in our favor. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye.